Attention book lovers, this weekend boasts a wonderful opportunity to meet some of your favorite authors and discover new ones at the Tampa Bay Times Festival of Reading on the waterfront campus of USF St. Pete. Joining me today is Times book editor Colette Bancroft, along with New York Times bestselling author Lisa Unger, who is back, who will also be at the event. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So Lisa, welcome back.
Thank you.
You were telling me a festival like this, you love going to these and meeting your readers. What is it about an event like this that's so special that you're eager to be a part of?
Well, I think it's such a gift for readers and also for writers to be able to connect in this super intimate way. I'm going to be speaking with my good friend, best-selling and award-winning author Asa Atkins, and we're going to, be on stage together. And he and I have so much to talk about, and it's so fun to do that in front of an audience and then kind of to loop them in. So it becomes like a really intimate experience for everybody. You get to connect with the people who are reading your books and who've really, turned out for this terrific event, and they get to, ask you questions that maybe they've been holding on to for a while. So it takes on a very just special energy and vibe, and I just love it. I mean, you write alone, but your work goes out there in the world, so it's fun to be out there as well, connecting with everyone.
So Colette, you have the tough job of inviting the authors. Where do you start with this? And there's there's a lot of exciting authors that are coming this year.
We try to get a variety for readers, fiction and nonfiction writers. We try to get local and state, Florida writers and national writers. A variety of different kinds of books, different genres. We have some kids authors, children's books, everything from kids authors to a couple of USF St. Pete professors who have books, and everything in between. So really what we go for is variety and recent books. We try to bring in people who have books this year that are new, that the readers are interested in.
Well, talk about some of the other authors that are going to be there that people are going to be really excited to see.
Well, we have one of our headliner authors is Michael Connelly. Writer Michael Connelly, who is an international bestseller. He writes the Harry Bosch books, which are an Amazon TV series now, and the Lincoln Lawyer books, standalone books. He sells a lot of books, and he's also a lot of fun to talk to. I'm going to be interviewing him on stage. We have some nonfiction books that are really interesting. Tom and Kelly French, who are both former Tampa Bay Times staffers, have a new book called Juniper, the Girl Who Was Born Too Soon. And it's a nonfiction book about their daughter who was a micro-preemie.
Oh, wow.
She was born weighing 1.4 ounces, and 4 months early, she was the length of a Barbie doll. And they're both award-winning journalists, and this is their chronicle of the first 6 months of Juniper's life. And I knew the story, I know them, I know how it turns out, and the book still, had me turning the pages. It's
beautifully written. It's a beautifully written book.
They wrote it alternately. It's a really interesting book.
Well, and it was so fascinating. I was asking her before we started, as I can't imagine having a job like yours where you're reviewing all these books, and how long does it take? I mean, you have a tough job, but how long do in kind of today's society, in today's authors that are coming out now, I mean, do you really, just like readers are looking forward to be hooked in those first few pages, how long do you give a book before you say, you know what, I'm not gonna go any further?
It varies a little bit, but I would say most books I give 50 to 100 pages.
Okay.
Some less, but if an author hasn't really pulled me in by then, in most cases, I'm going to turn to something else, because I get like 200 books a week in the mail.
And that's
so there's always something
else. How do you choose?
And
now, when you're writing, is it the same kind of thing? Do you go in with the goal of, wait a minute, let me try to make sure I can put some hook or there's something to grab them quickly? Do you feel the need to have to do that?
Well, I don't. I mean, my process is very organic. For me, it's always about character voice, and I'm always and I always feel like if I'm hooked in that same way, then I'm confident that my reader is also going to be hooked in, because
We
for
must
me,
be doing something right.
I have to feel that same intensity and urgency because I write without an outline, and I don't know what's going to happen day to day or who's going to show up or what they're going to do. Like, I'm discovering things in the same way that I think my readers are. So as long as I'm feeling that sort of breathless intensity in what I'm working on, I have to believe that, you know, it's communicating itself on the other side.
And as we are out of time here, speaking of working on, when's your latest book going to come out? People are eager again.
Ink and Bone came out in June, and the new book entitled The Red Hunter will be out in April.
Which you says is standalone.
It is a standalone. Okay. It is.
All right. Well, such a pleasure to have you back. What a wonderful event this weekend. Thanks for putting so much hard work in it to get all these great authors here in Tampa.
I hope everyone
comes to meet them. And you were saying what's cool about Tampa is a lot of these authors spend some time here, so we live in a pretty nice place for this.
We have a lot of really good authors who often join us for the festival, like Lisa.
All right, ladies, thank you so much. There are the details that we just showed for the event, and I know we'll make sure and put it on our website as well, tvmorningblend.com.